Hey everybody, I took Jake's line today.
Welcome back to ChortleCast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Brody.
And we're ChortleCast. And we are the official podcast of Chortle Games, where we talk about video games, movies, TV, anime, whatever the freaking crap we want to talk about. Like how expensive car tags are. Because they're freaking expensive.
Apparently.
You didn't know.
Apparently they're expensive. Adult things.
Paid $800. Yeah, that's what we should call this. The Adult Things podcast. That'd be a great podcast. I like it.
Sounds kind of dirty.
There's a podcast that follows me on Instagram called, I think it's the 30-something podcast. And they talk about adult things. They're pretty cool. Anyway, shout out. Yeah, we've got a great show for you this week. We're going to be talking about PS Plus games for the month of June.
Pretty awesome for a PlayStation Plus game.
They are really, I'm really excited about them. We're going to talk about some Overwatch rumors, which we seem to do a lot on this channel. We're going to talk about some Pokemon Go news and some Assassin's Creed news.
Sassy Creed?
Some Sassy Creed news. This is the ChortleCast. But first, we're going to do a little catch-up, because we haven't really had a lot of time to do a catch-up in a while. So, what you been doing, buddy?
Just grinding in Overwatch, hanging out with Alex and we saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last Friday.
Oh, wow. Y'all just saw that?
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. I really
enjoyed
it. Yeah.
I liked it. The more I think about it, the more I like it. I didn't like it as much as the first one, I don't think, at least at first glance. The more I think about it, though, I think about how much their relationships have grown. And so, like, the relationships are all there in this one, whereas in the first one, they're kind of developing.
I'd say that I enjoyed this one more, but I didn't enjoy the villain as much.
Oh, yeah. The villain was almost non-existent until the third act.
And, I mean, you saw it coming the whole time.
I actually didn't see it. I mean, I kind of was...
I'm just going to go ahead and throw out spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy. Anytime a dad shows up, it's just bad news. I've never seen any show where a dad shows up and it's not bad.
Let me defend myself a little bit here. I knew something fishy was up, but I really wasn't expecting him to be evil and go all out with his super bad villain thing. I mean, it makes a lot of sense for where everything went, but... I don't know.
Usually, anytime a dad shows up, it's just like something.
There's a major villain happening here.
Yeah, something bad's about to go down.
Well, that's awesome.
And it's still more spoilers. My favorite thing of the entire movie is something pretty small, but it was like, and this was a surprise to me too. But when Peter's dad was talking to him, like when he had like the starry eyes or whatever, and it was like, it just kills me I had to put that tumor in your mom. And he just goes, what? And just blasts him in the face immediately. And I was like, thank you. There's no like, why'd you do this?
You're right.
Just immediately.
Just like immediate kill.
Yeah. And I was like, thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. It feels so good. And in anything where like, there's no like, some like having to like dialogue the master plan,
right?
And like it's just like immediately it's just like, no, I'm not even gonna let you talk. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. I want to kill you.
That's funny. I hadn't thought about that, but that was a good moment. We had a lot of fun games that were free this weekend. A lot of demos going on. You played some ARMS. I
did, but I do want to say another movie thing.
Okay.
Are you excited for Wonder Woman?
I am very excited about Wonder Woman. Thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to postpone or do the podcast early so that I could go see Wonder Woman.
I was thinking the same thing.
We film on Thursday nights, for those of you that don't know. So Wonder Woman is happening right now as we speak. I am very excited for it. Reviews are looking good. Most of them say that she fixes a lot of the problems that DC has had thus far with its heroes.
Yeah.
The third act fight in battle is supposedly, as they're still struggling with that. That's always just kind of been like a lame set piece. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Some initial worries that I have, and this was brought up to me, and this may be super overanalyzing things, but someone pointed out to me that, Gal Gadot, I think that's how you say her name, who's playing Wonder Woman, she is a fairly new actor. She hasn't had a ton of huge roles. That said, she was great in Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting that Chris Pine was put as her kind of sidekick, I guess, if you will. Because he is a big actor. He is a great actor. He's also a male actor. So I'm curious to see how much of he's in. And I'm also curious how much talking he's going to do. Because I'm afraid that this is going to end up being, here's our big heroine movie that's never been done before, by the way, where a female superhero is the lead action point of focus.
Yeah.
Here it is, but there's this male that's almost doing everything for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she'll maybe end up doing everything, but is she really going to, I don't know, talk for herself, that kind of thing? I'm super overanalyzing, and I haven't seen it yet. So I don't know. But that was just someone mentioned that to me, and I've been afraid that his role is going to overshadow hers ever since I heard that. I hope not. I haven't seen it, so I can discuss next week about that, but I've been afraid of that.
Watched an interview with her on Jimmy Fallon, I think.
Maybe.
And it was like when she auditioned for Wonder Woman, it was
Right.
like she didn't even know like what it was or something.
Oh, really?
It was like she auditioned and like didn't hear anything back. Or I don't remember. I might not even just tell the story because I don't really remember it too much. But it was just like apparently like before she got this role, she was just like thinking of giving up acting because
really?
she wasn't getting anything.
Wow.
And she was like, I felt bad for like dragging my entire family here, and it's like I'm just not getting any like acting gigs or anything.
Right.
And then like
she got the biggest gig
yeah,
she could
they
ever
like
get.
called her back on like a plane or something, and like she was talking about how this guy, like astrophysicist guy, was like, he stole my toy, trying to teach her like physics stuff, and like they became friends or something on the plane, and like she got that call and she was like, I have to tell someone, but she like couldn't tell anyone. And it's like, I just wanted to tell this guy, like, I'm Wonder Woman. Like, it was really weird, but yeah.
That's funny. Well, since we're on this topic, and we can get a little not political but trendy here. Have you heard about the all women's showing of Wonder Woman?
Yes, I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't think it's a big deal either. I was just curious if you had any thoughts on that.
I think it's stupid that anyone's upset about it.
I kind of do too. I don't know why anybody's upset about it. I mean, as long as
stupid.
they like, I think it would be stupid for a theater to only do women's showings. But like, hey, the 7 o'clock showing is all women. Like, okay, cool. Especially if there's another theater at 7 that's got other people
that
or
was
whatever.
The thing,
But
like that from Philip DeFranco was like,
what's the matter?
there was still other showings,
Right.
that weren't only like female, but no one talked about that. But whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, well, so we had a lot of, like I was segueing earlier, we had a lot of great free games that we could play. This was an Overwatch free weekend, but we know all about Overwatch. But it was also the ARMS Global Test Fire, which you got to play, Brody. What did you think?
Well, let's see.
Your first impressions. This is the first time either one of us would have been able to play it. So
Yeah. So let's see. It started Friday.
yes.
I don't remember what went down Friday really, besides the fact that like Alexander and I took no, that was what it was we didn't record that night.
Right.
He was out of town, so Alexander and I took a nap until like it had been a long day, so it was like 6 and we slept till like
Right.
7 or something, and then my parents called and we talked till like 9 or something, and then we just like got food and started eating, and I was like, I don't even know what like made me think about it, but I was just like eating. I was like, shit, we missed ARMS. And so then the next day, I was like, okay, we're going to play it. But it was like we were busy during the morning and the afternoon one.
They had 3, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then the last one was at 7 o'clock, I think.
Right.
So I was like, okay, set an alarm. And I was an idiot and thought that Central Time is 3 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time. So I set the alarm clock for 8. So I jumped on, like, started arms up, and, like, it was 7:50-ish.
Right.
And, like, it, like, started, and it was like, learn the controls and, like, here, pick a character. And I was like, okay, I guess, like,
They're
before
letting you
they
play
even
earlier.
open it, like, they'll let you, like, just try stuff out so you're not getting the crap beat out of you online and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'll just start playing. And then, like, it threw me, like, into a random match at, like, 7:55. And I was like, okay, I guess they opened it early. And, like, I was just fighting this person and saw, like, this is a new thing.
Right.
Was a system notification thing popped up and was like, it didn't have this during the Splatoon
Right.
test fire. But it was
It
like,
told you that it was almost over?
yeah, it was like server maintenance, like they're about to start server maintenance or something to like that effect. And I was
Right.
like, oh, that's weird. I don't know why they would do that like at the start of the event. And it got to like 8 o'clock and it kicked me out of the game. And like I was like, okay, well I guess I'll just go back to the thing from the beginning where I was just like learning how to like do the different characters and stuff. So I like clicked start and it like took me to the character select screen and then took me back and was like, online services aren't available now or something. And I was like, that's why would they start the event and like do this? And then I was like,
Wow.
this is the wrong time. I started 50 minutes into the event.
Wow. So did you play any Sunday?
No.
Okay. So you had about
I-
10 minutes
I tried
worth of
about 10
experience?
minutes of arms.
So what did you think in your first 10 minutes?
It's hard.
It's hard?
It's hard to play.
Did you play? I assume you played motion? Mm-hmm. What,
It's pretty difficult.
I mean, did it play well? It's just going to take some skill
thought
learning?
so, but yeah, it'll definitely take. Like a lot of people have been saying, it's not a button masher. You can't just jump in and be like, I'm winning.
Right.
I'm winning.
Right.
It's like, no, it's pretty hard to play.
So you really have to think about your gloves and or your fists and whatever you're using.
Yeah.
Who did you play as?
Min?
Oh, yeah.
Is
yeah.
that it? And Ribbon Girl. And that was about all I got to try.
Yeah. Min and Ninjaro.
I did try
Fun
them,
fact, they were the most played characters from the test fire.
I don't doubt that.
Anyway, fun fact.
But,
so it's going to take some training to really get used to it. You just played, did you play volleyball and another match or?
I didn't.
Or
so
V-ball,
the thing,
excuse
that was
me.
the thing I was going to say. The thing I got to play was, I wish I had a 1v1. Actually, like when the game disconnected, I was in my first 1v1.
Gotcha.
I played two rounds of 2v2. And like,
Golly. Was it crazy?
I don't like it.
Every time I've watched them do that, I've thought to myself, oh, that's cool. I'm never going to do that because that looks insane. It looks like there's way too much going on.
It's way too much. It's like, so if you haven't seen anything, in 2v2 matches, you're chained to your partner.
Right. And
So
if
you
they get
can't-
thrown off or something.
Yeah, so if your partner gets grabbed and thrown, you go flying with them. So it's just like constant just grabs the entire time, just
Right.
over and over again. It's just like, this isn't fun.
Maybe they'll fix that
But
before the final game.
maybe so. But I want to try a 1v1. Like, I'm still super excited for the game.
Yeah.
And I won't judge it until I actually get to try all the modes and stuff. But
That's awesome. I wanted to play ARMS, but I was in a wedding this weekend. And I was actually in 2 weddings this weekend. So in 2 different states. So I was traveling a great deal. Put the first 1,000 miles on my new car, which is a Honda Accord hybrid. For
are
anyone
you
that
trying
cares.
to get us endorsed?
Not saying we're endorsed or anything, but that would be awesome. If they want to pay my car note, that'd be great. But
How's the
yeah.
drive?
Drives really nice. I really like it. The hybrid is great. Like I said, I put about 1,000 miles on it. Only stopped for gas twice.
I was about to ask.
So, and I'm still on that second tank, doing just fine. So I got about 50 miles to the gallon or
so
something
is that
like
used
that.
or new?
It's brand new, or well, I guess as new as it can be. So anywho, so all that to say, I was very busy. So when I got home this week, I've been editing, getting us ready for next week for the channel, and then last night I finally got to play Gwent.
Oh,
and
really?
It was great.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
I don't really understand it. I was just like, I want the most numbers, so I'm just gonna keep.
So I've been afraid that they were gonna like drastically change how the game plays. The same strategy that you have when you're playing Witcher 3 is still there. They've just added a ton of stuff. Yeah, like that was a main strategy. Like lose a battle to win the war. That's all. I loved Ciri teaches you how to play at the very beginning. You're Geralt. She's teaching you things. That was great. There's the thing for me with Gwent in Witcher 3 is even though I collected a ton of cards, I almost only ever played with the Northern Realms card deck. And I got to where I knew my deck very well. To the point
everyone said that was like the most OP thing in the game, wasn't it? Like with the spies and stuff.
Spies, yeah, spies are really good. But I got to know my deck to the point that I would limit, like I could put more in my deck, but I would limit it to where I knew exactly what was coming in every new round.
Yeah.
So almost like counting cards. But anyway, all that to say, the thing that was hard for me with this was there were so many new cards. There were so many new abilities. And then, like, I didn't build this deck that I'm using, so I don't know what's in it. I don't know. And you get to play with all the different decks and stuff, and that's fine. That's great. I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to be able to get in and set my deck and start from scratch and work my way up and all that.
I tried a spy deck, but I didn't understand what the heck to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, okay, I got this guy, and it's like, put it down on the enemy side. And I was like,
yeah.
But why would I do that? What is the point of having a spy?
So the spy, you draw cards when you use them. So the best spy cards are cards that have 0 value. Because then you lay it on the enemy team, it does not affect their score, and then you bring in more cards. And so then you suddenly have more cards. The bad thing is if they have a decoy, though, they can lay that down on your spy, and then they have your spy and can use it back on you. It's kind of interesting. Weird. So yeah, the game is still there, and I still love it. I love they added the attacks. So there are certain cards that when you lay them down, they attack. I love that. I think that's awesome. It's super tedious, and like I have now I'm used to. I would have like a bunch of just throwaway cards that I'm just throwing. They're just fodder. I'm just throwing them down to move everything along. But then I've got another card that I'm going to slam down here and then pass my turn and move on or whatever.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of cards like that. But like I played a hand with Skellige. They have almost no cards that don't do damage when you put them down. So going first, it was like, well, great. Whose damage dealing am I going to just waste by not having any enemies on the board? So it was great. I really enjoyed it. I played a couple rounds. I didn't play any multiplayer, so I haven't tried that. But
I've tried.
I really, really like it.
I tried the spy one, but I don't remember the name of it.
You use the Nilfgaardian deck.
Scoia'tael, I think.
Scoia'tael, yeah.
I like the theme of them.
The elves.
And kind of understood stuff. It's like a lot of like building on other cards for them.
Right.
But it seems like the thing that most people play, and like, what do the numbers at the top of the decks mean?
That's their, so if like a unit, not difficult, I'd say just their strength, I guess is what you'd call it.
Everyone plays monster.
Oh, yeah, monsters are good.
It's like everyone plays that.
Yeah. When I played it through Witcher 3, monster decks were always the hardest things for me to beat as playing with the Northern Realms cards.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't really know how at least in Witcher 3, I wasn't very good with monster cards because I didn't have a lot of monster cards, and that's how you win with a monster deck is you just have a crap ton of monsters in your deck, and you play one, and it like summons all the other ones out of your deck. And so if you have a large deck with a lot of monster cards that do that kind of thing, it's super crazy, easy to overwhelm people. But yeah, it's good. I'm really liking it. I'm excited to play more. I don't know when the beta closes, but I hope I get to play.
The thing I like about it though is like how like quick the matches are.
Yeah,
it's something that like, and I almost wish it was like a phone game or like an iPad game.
I was just about to say that. The thing I love about I love this. I'm glad that it exists, but I want it on my Switch.
Yeah.
Because that would be the perfect thing to take on the go.
It's like the matches are seriously like so like I could probably finish a match in like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean I don't know how they would have to work it out, but even local multiplayer with Gwent on the Switch, I think would be awesome. The game looks great, but I think it's on the same level as like Zelda. I think the Switch could handle it. I don't know. I've thought several times about tweeting CD Projekt Red and saying, "Hey, any chance this is going to come out on Switch? I know it might be a long shot, but like, is that something y'all are thinking about?" I still may do it, but
why not?
Whatever. I think that would be great. That's the only thing I think it's missing is
the mobility of it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, really, in all seriousness, it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. I'm going to put a lot of time into it, but it's going to be one of those that you jump in, you play for an hour, and then you move on. And it's going to be fun enough to do that. It'll be like Overwatch, I think, where I'll want to come back to that and play for an hour.
Yeah.
But that would be so much easier to do. Oh, I'm just going to play for an hour on the Switch. That's what the Switch, I think, is built for.
Yeah.
I'm here. I've got an hour. Let me pull up my Switch and play. But anywho, that's enough about catching up and all that.
Speaking of Overwatch, though.
Yes.
Have you gotten anything yet?
No. Nothing. No new skins. I fought some people with new skins. They looked cool. It was great.
They look really cool.
They looked great. I played my first arena matches. And I saw what you were talking about the people playing Soldier and Roadhog and all that stuff. I played Orisa and did pretty good with that. I think I played Genji really for the first time. And it was one of those things, it was a 1v1. And it was like I could only select Genji. I was like, well, okay, here we go. And so it was me and him. We were both Genjis. And I lost. But
do you still have X? X is how you jump?
I think so, yeah.
You can't play Genji good if you have X's jump.
Yeah.
I switched my jump to R3.
Yeah.
So you can jump and move at the same time. Or look around at the same time. So like
every time you move, are you jumping?
No.
You have to press.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I got used to it.
My press on R3
There's a couple of heroes that like... Mostly Genji. Pharah's a little bit like... You would need that. But her L2 is still, I don't know, whatever. I've been playing for a week and I've gotten, did I get 2?
You've gotten 2 of the legendary skins?
I got Zarya's and I got someone else's, but it was someone that I was just like, and I can't remember who it was because it was just so like, seriously.
Yeah. Well, while we're on this, have you seen the news that was about how it's like not impossible, but very improbable to get all of the legendary skins without purchasing?
Yeah. I listened to the Dude Soup podcast about that. It.
Shout out to Dude Soup. Yeah. It sounds
very
crazy.
Hard. It's
supposedly though, Overwatch people have heard, and they are saying they're going to make changes in the future.
They said they're listening, right? So that's kind of just like business.
I would love it if we didn't get duplicates, and it just was like a checklist. Like, oh, he's got that. Oh, they're done.
That'd be
done,
nice,
and move on.
I don't think that'll happen.
No. All right, let's dive into news. First things first, let's talk about the PlayStation Plus for June, whatever month we are in.
I'm so excited, honestly.
Looks really good. We've got some big name games. So for PS4, Killing Floor 2, which is on the screen right now, which is a shooter game, multiplayer. You're just killing waves of enemies, right? You're not player versus player.
I guess not base. It's just a horde FPS.
It looks awesome.
Multiplayer.
I want to play it for the channel, so I'm excited.
We can play with Stephen because Stephen and Miles have it.
That would be great. We also are getting Life is Strange, which is an episodic series of games. We're getting the whole collection.
Yeah, I was going to say
5 episodes.
As of now, the first episode is free, but this is the whole.
They're giving us the whole thing.
Shebang.
The whole shebang.
I'm actually excited for this. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I want to play it. I don't know that we'll play it for the channel, but I do think it would be fun to play on my own time, get the story. It's looked good. What's really interesting about this is that a Life is Strange prequel a rumor has kind of started about that today. Also, there's apparently some news. I didn't really. It's not something we really look into a lot.
Yeah. With I know they announced
that series
second game. I think
it's going to be this prequel. Is what they're talking about. Then also, if you're still playing on your PS3, you can get WRC5 World Rally Championship. You can also get Abyss Odyssey. And then on Vita and PS4, you can get Neon Chrome and Spy Chameleon.
Spy Chameleon sounds interesting.
Both of those titles sound interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I was going to say, with this game, you'll be happy. One of the classes you play as gets a sword. So.
Oh, well, I love swords.
There you go.
And killing hordes of zombies. So, yeah, I'm excited about these. These are both pretty big name games.
Yeah. I don't know if it's AAA technically, but
at least AA.
Yeah. Which is weird because I don't normally hear the term AA game, but
we just created that term right now.
Yeah, a AA game.
Well, I'm still happy, and I know we've been saying since they were upping the price, are we going to see better games? So far, we've seen better games.
Yeah.
We had Abyss in Borderlands Abzu in Borderlands last week, or last month. We had Little Big Planet the month before then. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they're going to continue to do with this, but all of these look really good. While we listen to Winston's sweet, beautiful voice tell us about his homeland, the Horizon Lunar Colony or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some Overwatch rumors. First off, we're getting a new map.
Yep.
Which was a rumor, but now it's confirmed. We have footage of it. It's there. We're watching it right now.
Yeah. This is the first map to have low gravity, not anti. It was low gravity.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You didn't watch the developer update then?
I watched this, but I haven't watched the developer
There's
update.
A part of the map that opens up into space,
right,
and everyone can jump really high and stuff. And Jeff was just like, we originally were going to put space helmets and stuff on everybody, but we took it away.
Oh man, I was hoping they would do that.
And I think he said that originally too, the entire map had low gravity. But they were just awesome. It was too crazy.
So we're just giving you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know about that. Didn't think about that. I was just excited about the new map. So I didn't think about the logistics of what a space map would look like. But this is very exciting. I'm really looking forward to a new map to be thrown into the mix. I guess the real rumor then at this point is there's a new character that is supposedly coming out named Hammond. And I'll actually back up. I think I know where he is in this trailer. This little monkey right here. He's looking at the camera. He's tapping. He's a little monkey. I think he's going to end up being Hammond. It could be one of these other chimpanzees. There's a pretty mean-looking guy down here. Got some green eyes. I have several reasons why I think this. Number one, there have been some things we've heard Kaplan say that it's a smaller. He's going to be smaller than Winston. So that leads me to think monkey or chimp.
Yeah.
We see lots of chimps here. But also, I believe it was IGN has had a bunch of like secrets of Overwatch videos they've been doing.
I've been watching those.
And Jeff mentioned that there was originally a character who was a cat with a jetpack.
It was Winston's pet. Winston's pet cat with the jetpack.
I think this is going to be a monkey with a jetpack.
It might be. All the other monkeys didn't like Winston.
Exactly.
Because he didn't want to kill all the humans on the moon.
And I think this guy is going to be an evil character. Mm-hmm. So I think it's in my head it's going to be this spider monkey with a jetpack and some sort of weapon. I think he'll be like Farah. He can fly, but I don't think his weapon's going to be rockets or anything. Yeah. I could totally be wrong, but I don't. In my head, he's Junkrat mixed with Farah, but smaller.
There's like some leak that came out the day before this of people talking about, I think they said a chimpanzee with cybernetic enhancements that like builds barriers or something.
That'd be cool.
But who knows?
I'm all for it. Whatever. I'm excited about a new character always.
Yeah,
always. But
from what people have said, from what that leak said, is actually, I mean, they said that the new character would be playable on the PTR June 6th. But that was, people think that was pushed back to when it ends now. Because remember that leak that we talked about like 2 or 3 weeks ago that was like the Xbox leak that said it ends June 6th or whatever. Yeah. So people think maybe once this event's over,
we're going to get the new map and the new character. Yeah. And for all we know, Friday, so today, for those of you watching on day one, we could know the new character by then. I mean, Orisa, it was very similar. We had a lot of rumors, a lot of things, and then Friday, all the videos dropped announcing who she was, her backstory, all that sort of stuff.
The day I got my Switch.
Yeah. Anywho, very exciting news. Good to see that Overwatch is continuing to grow and do more, even after year one.
It's crazy how big it is.
Even after year one. And supposedly we're getting 2 other new maps before the end of 2017.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be at E3.
I'm pumped. I feel like we've been talking about Overwatch a lot.
We have.
And I think that's only evident of how much they're putting into the game continually.
I mean, this is like one of the few games I can think of that people are just always like
talking about and playing. I mean, it feels like it just came out because that's how much it's in.
There's multiple, like, there may be for other games, but like, there's multiple, like, YouTubers that just have
constantly
like videos every day of just Overwatch stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, I feel like Splatoon was really good with their Splatfests about pulling people back in. And they dropped, new maps and new weapons, and that was always great. New clothing items. They're the only other thing that I can think of that is on this level, but it's still there's a lot more elements involved in Overwatch. So, anywho, exciting news. Excited to see what's going to happen there. You may remember a little game called Pokemon Go.
What is that?
You've never heard of it?
Everyone's into Magikarp Jump now.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot about that. We're going to be playing that on the channel at some point. There's apparently 65 million people who are still actively playing. Yes. Lee Allison is one of them. Who is still actively playing Pokemon Go. And for the 65 million of you that are still playing Pokemon Go, I have some exciting news for you. Legendary Pokemon and player versus player games are coming to Pokemon Go in the future. I mean, that sounds like a really dumb statement, but they had an event recently talking about how they have 650 million downloads, 65 million of those people are still playing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just said, this year we're going to try to get out legendary Pokemon and player versus player stuff. So I think that sounds like it's going to be soon, like maybe in the next month or two. But anyway, exciting. Yeah. Is that going to bring you back into Pokemon Go, Brody?
It was so much fun the first month it was out.
When everybody was playing.
Literally, me and Alexandre went out multiple nights a week just to play it.
We did too.
They really I guess not too bad, but they really messed up. They probably lost a good bit of their player base from just the weird stuff that happened.
Server issues and
not even server issues.
Not being able to track and not catching every time.
That was what killed it for me. Not even not catching every time. Just not being able to track.
Yeah.
The 3 months that went on, I was just I don't even care.
If
you can't find Pokemon, what's the point?
It's gotten a lot better, but you're right. They had no idea what they had. Mm-hmm. They had no idea how big it was gonna be, and so they shot themselves in the foot. But I'm curious. I'm definitely willing to come back to try this player versus player. That was one thing me and Lee Allison, while we were playing in that first week time span, we were always saying, I wish we could see in the game all these other people walking around, and I wish we could walk up to them and challenge them, something like that. So I'm excited to see that that's something that's going to come into play.
That'd be cool, but gym battles were always just I don't even want to.
Yeah, they're hard. They don't really make a lot of sense. If they made it turn-based, in the games, that would be fun. That would be perfect.
You tap and you have to swipe, and it's weird.
Yeah. What was
Sorry,
I saying?
Allison.
I will say this though. What they're trying to do though is recapture that first week's magic of you were out you see people all the time doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And you had social interactions without even using the game to socially interact. The game was just what was getting us all there. Mm-hmm. Now they're trying to add things to the game that will let you interact with people through the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's good.
That'd be cool. I remember the video of what is that park in New York?
Central Park.
There you go. I don't know.
All the people running towards the Snorlax or the.
It was a Vaporeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was someone found a Vaporeon or something, and everyone went freaking nuts, and people there was people that jumped out of cars.
Yes.
And it was oh my god, what the heck?
Yeah. They're trying to recapture that horrific magic, but I don't know if they'll be able to. But anyway, if you are still playing, it's exciting news for you.
I was gonna say the way lesser version of that was when me and Alexandre went to a park and someone found a Scyther in the corner of the park, and someone just went Scyther, and literally everybody in the park all ran to this one spot, and it was this one spot in a park that looked towards a apartment complex, and everyone was looking over the fence because that's where it was, and just throwing Pokeballs and stuff, and everyone was just driving by what the hell's going on?
Oh, I'd love to have been an older person who has no idea what any of this is, and I would have just loved to see that.
But then you have the annoying people that were this Pokemon Go thing's stupid.
I'd just love to be one of those people though, wondering what they were doing.
Oh sure.
Anyway.
I just think it's stupid when people were obnoxious about people having fun with it.
It's stupid when people are stupid.
It's stupid when people are having fun.
All right, we got some another Assassin's Creed leak. Ubisoft's getting a little leaky over there.
Maybe they should put on some diapers or something.
They need to hire a plumber.
Yeah.
Mario, get over there and fix all their leaks.
Anywho, in a game now.
Their leaks are our benefit. So they did get Mario over there, so they are trying to fix it.
So are we looking at Bayek?
Bayek, is that how you pronounce that? I don't know.
Bayek.
This is a T-shirt that has been circulating around the internet, and basically it shows, or it seems to show, the new Assassin's Creed hero, who is got a bow and a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Two very interesting choices. I'm really curious if he can shoot that bow with that shield. To which I now wonder, why does no one do that? Because that's a really smart idea, because you're shielding yourself and shooting an arrow at the same time. If it works. I don't know that it would work.
I don't think that'd work.
I feel like it would be too heavy and it would affect how you aim.
Probably.
But anyway, assassins are a lot more fit than I am, so I can't really argue with that.
That's
Anywho, I mean, he looks like a, I guess, you know, your classic assassin.
I was gonna say,
he's
he
in
looks
white.
like an Assassin's Creed
He's in red.
protagonist. So.
I'm digging the bow. I love bows. I loved Assassin's Creed 3 with that bow.
Damn it! I keep forgetting to bring freaking Horizon to you.
You really should, because I want it back. I have time to play it now, and I haven't been able to. But I also have Gwent, so I'm sated at this point.
Keep forgetting.
It's okay. But I like bow combat in Assassin's Creed. I loved Assassin's Creed 3 with that bow. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm curious to see what that is. But, I mean, really, we see the new hero, but other than there's a bow that's going to be in play and maybe a shield. Have we ever had a shield? An assassin with a shield?
No.
I don't think so.
There's some kind of symbol behind it, but I don't know enough about Egyptian
We
stuff.
also see what we think is going to be the logo on the bottom right. If you're watching our screen, you probably can't see it very well, but it's the normal Assassin's Creed symbol. But then just think of the most Egyptian eye you can think of without thinking of the Illuminati symbol. That's what it looks like. Like, think of like an eye that an Egyptian person would have, like a tattoo around their eye. That's what it looks like with like the little teardrop loop thing.
Teardrop loop?
I feel like Farah has this on her face or something, but
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe one of her costumes. I feel like she does. Anywho, that's what it looks like. We've already talked a little bit about some of the rumors with this game. We've seen some naval combat leaks, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just hope that this game is really polished and is really good. I'm hoping for like an Assassin's Creed 2 level. Awesome.
Did you see their logo? Ubisoft's new logo?
I have seen Ubisoft's new logo.
What'd you think?
I thought it was really good. I think it's fine.
It's very minimalistic.
I like minimalistic stuff, so.
I saw somebody that was like top view,
Yeah.
and it was like the normal logo, and then it was like view from the front, and it was like a pile of poop.
It's so true, though. Well, that's it for our show this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and had a good time. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think about the new PlayStation Plus games for June. Are you excited? Are you going to download them? Are you happy to see that we're getting bigger name titles? All that good stuff. Let us know. We want to know.
Are you excited for the new Overwatch map? Play on the Moon. Are you in the PTR now testing stuff out?
If so, let us know what you're seeing, because we want to know.
Yeah. I've seen some videos that there's a telescope that looks towards Earth, and each character has a specific voice line when they look through it.
Ah, interesting.
Bit of information for you there.
Very cool. Very cool. Also, comment and let us know what you think about Pokemon Go. Our legendary Pokemon and player versus player mode's gonna be enough to bring you back in. Give it another try, maybe even for just a week. Let us know. We want to know what you think.
Or are you looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed? It's been a while since we played the last one.
It's been a long time. It feels like a long time for them.
Let us know if you have any crazy Egyptian theories about it.
I love Egyptian theories. Yeah, we want to hear from you guys, and there's several ways you can get to us. We're very easily reached. If you're watching on YouTube, you're already at ChortleGames.com, and you can leave us a nice little comment on this video, and we'll respond to it. Lemon, if you're watching, we always respond to you, so you can tell everybody. Also, you can reach us at ChortleCast@gmail.com. Which is an email address you can send us. You can send us your thoughts. If you've got a topic you want to hear us talk about, we'd be happy to talk about that. Just send us an email about it. Also, you can tweet us at ChortleGames, and we'll tweet you back. Tweet, tweet. And that's it. That's our show for this week.
Thanks
for
watching.
Been a good week.
Yeah.
Next week, we are going to be continuing Night in the Woods on Monday. Big episode for Night in the Woods. Big episode for Night in the Woods. We're basically we're gonna see something big go down, and it's pretty dramatic. I will say though that it's towards the end of the episode, so just buckle in. Get ready. It's crazy, but it's good. I think it's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny episode from I always think it's pretty funny, but it's really funny. Wednesday, I know I've said I was going to do this origami thing for like 3 weeks now. I'm finally going to freaking do it.
Okay.
I'm finally going to do an origami finale, I guess you can call it. We recorded like 20 extra episodes before we decided that series wasn't really thriving and we wanted to cut it. I'm gonna bring back the best episode we probably did out of all of that, and it was really, really funny.
This is the episode where we probably drank like 2 glasses of whiskey.
We had 2 glasses of whiskey?
I think I had 2.
We had maybe had 2 drinks, maybe. When we first started doing the podcast, not the podcast, but the channel, we would almost always take a shot before we did a video. It was partly because I was trying to get Brody out of his shell, but you've kind of come out of your shell now permanently. I can't get you back in. I've tried.
I'm still pretty low energy.
Low energy. Anyway, it's really, really funny. Some crazy things happen. That's what's going to happen Wednesday. If it kills me to get it there, yeah. I'm gonna make it happen. And
if we just stop uploading to the channel, it's because it killed Jake.
One of us died. Yeah. So, anywho, thanks for tuning in this week. Any closing thoughts, Brody? Last chance before we go.
No, I don't really have anything.
Don't wreck your car because car tags are expensive. Bye.